WWE 2K25 had the reveal trailer with the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the Bloodline Showcase, and so much more. But today, we got even more details from 2K themselves on the website. There are a ton of new features, updates, match types, and stuff that we wanted to return in the game. This is actually looking pretty good.
So now all of a sudden I'm starting to get interested.
Let me give you the breakdown. My name is Matt. Welcome to Assemble, guys, and let's just go, because it's just getting silly in here today. Click on learn more, and that's what I want to do. So for the standard edition, let's just briefly go through what's inside every single version. The standard edition, the bonus pack of the Wyatt 6. You get Island Cosmetics for Series X, S only. You're getting Island Cosmetics, the Uncle Howdy mask, and Nikki Cross mask. That'll be in the Island. The Deadman edition, you get My Faction Persona cards for Undertaker 1990, Persona card for Mattel action figure Greatest Hits Undertaker, usable urn, so we're using that as now a weapon, I guess. Brother Love Manager, that's pretty cool, okay? I like that. The Island Cosmetic for Undertaker 95 mask. You also get the Season Pass in here, which is 5 post-launch DLC character packs, and the Supercharger. So they're not changing the model at all when it comes to DLC. You get the Wyatt 6 pack, which is the pre-order bonus, My Faction cards for all of the Wyatt 6 members, and the Island Cosmetics of Uncle Howdy's mask and Nikki Cross. And they're also saying 15,000 in virtual currency to use in the game. And then the Bloodline edition gives you this. You get Elite My Faction Greatest Hits Roman Reigns. You get My Faction Persona card for Mattel Elite Series 114 Jey Uso. You get Island Cosmetics, which would be Family Above All hoodie. You get OTC shirt, Yeet tank top, and the Yeet sunglasses from Jey Uso. So all these cosmetics that they're talking about for the island, there's gotta be microtransactions all in there. They're also giving you in the Bloodline edition the WrestleMania 41 pack. Like last year, so they're gonna give you the updated WrestleMania 41 arena. Last year we got the Mania pack and you got Mania 40, but it took several months for it to come out. You get My Faction Persona cards, new playable superstars, which are to be announced. WrestleMania main event number 1 Persona card is to be announced, and the My Faction Persona card WrestleMania main event number 2 to be announced. You also get the Rock Nation of Domination pack. So you get a My Faction Persona card, which is the Rock Nation of Domination version. It's not available for individual purchase. So since it's a Persona card and you get this edition, you get Nation of Domination Rock, which is very cool. And because the personas now work in the offline, we're gonna be able to play, if you get this edition, you can play as Nation Domination Rock in the base game. You also get Ringside Pass. So this includes the Season Pass, like we've talked about. You also get the Superstar Mega Boost, which is the My Rise Boost and the 100,000 in virtual currency. You also get everything that was in the Deadman Edition bonus pack. You also get the pre-order bonus of the Wyatts and the 15,000 virtual currency. So the Bloodline edition is very packed, very similar to what they did last year for their Ultimate Edition, but that one really seems to have the most value. Now, let's go into all of the features because there's a ton in here that they're doing, at least what they're teasing. So for the PS5 and Xbox Series X players, you're gonna be able to use the Island. This is not gonna be available on PC. In the write-up for the Island, it says, for the first time in franchise history, step outside the ropes and onto the Island for PS5 and Series X. In this immersed WWE-themed world, complete quests, take on challenges, compete in live events, and upgrade and customize your My Superstar through multiple storyline chapters. Fight to join the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, at the head of the table. So a lot like NBA 2K's The City, quests, run around, upgrade your custom character. There's gonna be cosmetic unlockables, which they're gonna be in the editions of the game that you're getting to. You're gonna unlock even more. There's gonna be microtransactions in there, so just buyer beware. Then they talk about the Bloodlines Dynasty, the all-new Showcase. So they're changing up the format for Showcase mode, finally. It's hosted by the wise man Paul Heyman. It celebrates one of the most iconic wrestling family dynasties, the Bloodline, featuring Roman Reigns, The Rock, Yokozuna, Jacob Fatu, and more. They also added in the screenshot here of Yokozuna, and Mr. Fuji's back there too. Relive historic showdowns or flip the script and change the outcome of select matchups, meaning that if we are gonna have a match of, let's just say Cody versus Roman at Mania 40, there might be the option in that match or ones like it with Roman where you flip the script and Roman wins or Roman loses certain matches, which I think that's what you want. That's that being able to have branching storylines and expand this thing, so it's just not a foregone conclusion. They also say you can experience dream matches between members of the Bloodline and WWE superstars and legends. So I think of, for example, like they got Yokozuna in here, maybe you're gonna do Yokozuna and Hulk Hogan. You could also do Yokozuna and Lex Luger. They also have had Umaga show up in the trailer. Armando Estrada seems to be in there, and you could be reliving his match against John Cena, for example. So you could be doing those kind of dream match ones we've had. They could add those to the Bloodline Showcase. The Rock having specific matches too, maybe from his career. So it sounds like you're gonna get a little bit of everything that are involving all these different people that are in the Bloodline. Then they talk about expanded gameplay. So intergender wrestling makes its long-awaited debut. So this was teased a ton, and it is confirmed. Intergender matches are happening. Pit WWE or player-created superstars from the men's and women's division against each other to set up countless matchups across all game modes. So all game modes, mygm, universe mode, regular play. Additional features include the return of chain wrestling, underground, and Bloodline rules match types, and barricade diving. Now, barricade diving, they showed off in the trailer with Seth Rollins doing the jump. I thought that was really cool. So I want to see what other ones, if it's just splashes or you're going to be able to do a moonsault, and how it all connects. I really love that they've incorporated that. Chain wrestling, a lot of people are fans of it and they're happy they're bringing that back too. Some are not, that's okay. Underground, we did suspect that this was going to be a match. In fact, in the trailer that they revealed, you can see at the very beginning, there's no ring ropes there, and it's a lot of NPCs surrounding the ring. Now, Bloodline rules match. That's interesting because Bloodline rules match is essentially just a no DQ match. I wonder what's going to be different about it. They have to have a unique twist on it. If you know, with a Bloodline match, in a Bloodline rules match, it is no DQ, but it always involves like a ref bump. So I wonder if there's going to be some kind of cinematic element to it. How are they going to make it different than just a no holds barred or Extreme Rules match? Or are they going to be just rebranding those? They're essentially the same thing, having no holds barred and Extreme Rules matches. Maybe they're going to just rebrand them and maybe add in a little twist in there to make them more unique. No mention of any other match types though. This is not everything. We don't know until we get the game. But if there's no other match types, I'm personally a little disappointed. Bloodline rules match types, NXT Underground, and the intergender matches, that's 3. That's great. But, you know, selfishly, I'm like, I want Buried Alive and 3 Stages of Hell, and I Quit match. Those may still be in the game, we don't know. But I hope that they are going to deliver on a little bit more. Then they got mygm updates. This is actually very big for at least what they're describing here. mygm is going to be going online this year. I didn't think they would do it. Honestly, congrats to 2K and the team from mygm, because it is something that players wanted since mygm was brought back to be able to go online. They are doing it. So in the write-up, it says, take your show on the road and challenge friends worldwide in the enhanced mygm for 2K25. Now with online multiplayer for up to 4 players. Draft WWE superstars and legends to your weekly shows, roster, and lead your brand multiple week seasons with a bigger selection of general managers, cross-brand PLEs, and more. And they give you a little screenshot here of what it looks like with the manage the roster and the splash of the home screen there. We got talent scouts. They've updated how it looks all again, and I really like that. We have the return of the trophies, your season info, your power cards, your career, the show logistics, booking the show itself, it's all there. I hope they're going to be giving us, so the online piece is awesome. I hope it works, hope it doesn't crash. Being able to connect with any of your buddies and having 4 of them. I thought they would just give us be able to do 1 other person online. This is excellent. This gives you so much more for mygm and more fun because players just want to be able to play with their buddies and go and challenge each other. Now, if they're going to have crossovers for PLEs, that's interesting. I'm sure they're going to add in more mechanics in here that we just obviously don't even know about yet. I'm wondering if they're going to have a change up for the full calendar so I can actually see it all. And are they going to incorporate even more match types into the regular play? Like being able to do 6-person matches, being able to do ladder matches for Money in the Bank, you know, all of the other match types that were missing last year. And this is a big one, guys. This is a very big one. They are bringing back promos in universe mode. Holy shit! WWE 2K Sandbox mode receives new upgrades to give players even greater control over their universe experience, including the long-awaited return of promos. The new system includes multiple promo types and outcomes with new cutscenes and branching choices. And we have a screenshot of Becky Lynch in the ring. So we got our first look of Becky Lynch in the game. She's standing in the ring with Raw in the background with the black trim of the LED, by the way, of the board, of the barricade. So it's like last year's, not the Netflix one. So I hope we can get Netflix. And in it, Becky says, I gotta talk up the crowd and win them over. How should I handle my next match to get the spotlight on me? And you have the options to say, I'm gonna win my next match, or I'll pull off a win with a challenge. Thank you very much, 2K. Honestly, because people have wanted promos back for years. And if you're giving us options in there for branching stories, selection, customization, this is what people want. We want to be able to do the promos in the ring, maybe backstage, but at the very least, you've incorporated the system back into the game, and it's gonna breathe so much fresh air into it, on top of all of the match types that we have available that will work in universe mode. This is such a big thing for players because so many of them want universe mode to work and the longevity of it. So this is awesome, way to go. They also have a unified My Rise. So take control of your custom superstars from the women's or men's division in a singular multi-gender My Rise storyline, where Bayley, Kevin Owens, and other superstars infiltrate NXT in an attempt to take control of the entire WWE universe, featuring new brawl environments, unlockable arenas, characters, and more. Plus, new ally storylines involving Jey Uso, Bianca Belair, Seth, and other WWE superstars. Very interesting. That actually has me intrigued. I'm not a big My Rise player. I try to play it. I might beat it one time, like the men's side or the women's, and then I'm just kind of done. This is interesting because if they're going to put a new twist on it, and you are going to be able to have both the male and female created superstars involved in like the same story. So it will all feel connected, which is really cool because then it won't feel disjointed if you're going to play as the men's and finish that and then do the women's storyline. So I'm interested. And they also talk about the roster itself. 2K25 brings an unparalleled lineup of current superstars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, plus legends and WWE Hall of Famers. The stacked roster of over 300 playable characters spans multiple generations, features Seth, Undertaker, Cody, Punk, Jade, Rhea Ripley, and more. And then for arenas, they say travel up the card while you travel the world. WWE 2K25 gives you access to many popular rings from your favorite WWE events. Now, the fact that they highlight arenas is kind of interesting to me. That makes me feel like they're going to give us more arenas than what they've had in years past. There is a lot to unpack with all of this. A lot of goods, a lot of intrigue. Like I said, my one hope here is that there are maybe more match types to show us. If this is what we get for match types, you know, we still have a ton. I'm optimistic, but we do have a ton in there. I think players are just hoping for things like, you know, your buried alive, casket, inferno matches, 3 stages of hell, 2K for me. Just slap it in there. But outside of that, you are getting intergender matches, which I'm curious, it's going to be across every male female superstar. Seems to work. Different arenas, obviously, because we saw it on SmackDown with the reveal trailer. And promos are back. Promos are back, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do me a favor if you can, hit subscribe on the channel. Check out our full breakdown of all the details from that trailer that just got revealed. I go through like every single thing I possibly can. Have a great day. See ya.